In semester 1 of MDP, we learned about various business aspects. Ultimately, these business aspects play a huge role in society and general day-to-day life. The topics of discussion learned in MDP can be linked to society in several ways, and therefore these topics are very useful to us.
This year in MDP, we learn about globalization, a process which refers to the growing integration of world economies. We learned that globalization can have both positive and negative impacts. In terms of the positive, we learned about how globalization can stimulate world trade as well as promote global diplomacy. On the other hand, we learned that globalization can lead to interdependence, which means that a single negative economic shock can have a domino effect upon other economies. Globalization has predominantly arisen through means such as technological advancements in infrastructure and transportation. Indeed, globalization is a very modern process, only beginning to occur in the late 19th century.
Businesses in the modern age have a huge responsibility in order to look after their employees in terms of their economic well-being, especially their pay. Also in terms of their job security, as if many organisations continuously make risky decisions that can damage the bottom line of the company, it may make employees feel that their job is not safe, or especially not for long. An example whereby employees are treated poorly is the Chinese labour force, whereby they are paid very little for very many hours. Google is a company which is the opposite, as their relationship with all employees is very positive, which is why their reputation is so impressive.
Another area covered in MDP this year was economic crisis. In the modern day, the ability to respond to crisis quickly and effectively is becoming a vital tool. Economic crisis not only devastates economies but also has drastic effects socially, and this is what we have seen whilst researching this area. Furthermore, businesses are required to solve smaller national crises due to their increasing power struggle with government. In turn, a coupled responsibility is created between managing economic crisis and also managing social response.
Nowadays in society, good ethics are important within a company. This is because customers value this. Good ethics attract customers, which boosts sales and maximises profits. It also makes employees want to work for them, which would boost productivity. Good ethics also encourages investors and keeps the company's share price high.
During MDP, we learnt about how to negotiate effectively and how businesses tend to negotiate within society. Negotiations can reflect around how businesses should be more of a financial network which helps each other as part of their moral obligation due to their great wealth. Also, as corporations continue to globalise and interlink, it is important businesses can maintain good communication through negotiating. Again, negotiating is very important for businesses to avoid conflict between other businesses, and it also helps to improve relationships.
Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, is another very important aspect of business and also has a great influence on society. A company's social responsibility can be the defining factor between successful and unsuccessful companies, and this is because the social impact of business is becoming increasingly relevant to customers. Companies that have negative trade values are seen as being destructive and worthless in many people's eyes, and companies that operate with good intentions and that benefit people and causes are seen to be much more positive and therefore a better option for customers.
A stakeholder is a person with an interest or concern in a business. A stakeholder is someone who can contribute to the company's growth and success, or someone who can benefit from its success. Examples of stakeholders in a company are the employees, stockholders, customers, vendors, and the community. Employees' role is to carry out the tasks specified in the company's strategic plan in an efficient manner. They interact with the customers on a daily basis and are closest to the action. Stockholders' initial role is to provide the capital a company needs to grow and expand, or in the case of a startup venture, the capital it needs to launch its product or services into the marketplace. The role of customers is to make purchases for the company and to provide valuable feedback so the companies can get better. The role of community is to provide the skilled workforce that the company needs to survive.